I've been away way too long, but I'm home again long after I had done what I'd done. What's become of them? I thought their souls were gone. Something's wrong, so I need to put an end to everyone. 2, 3, 4.
5 nights, 5 innocent lives I took before their time. It's alright, I'll be fine. Even though they died, a part of them survived. I'll make them unalive. It's alright, I'll be fine, safe inside.
When you hide remains, what remains? Just a remnant of a soul inside a shell. I can tell by destroying them, but this time there's no gore like before. Wasn't pretty, but it needed to be done for my son. 2, 3.
5 lives, thought that they were mine. I can't believe my eyes. It's alright, I'll be fine. Running out of time. I think that I can find a place where I can hide. It's alright, I'll be fine, safe inside. He is here, I recognize him anywhere. That purplish figure was bigger and quicker than me. And then I thought I was dreaming. He looked like a demon, and I remember bleeding and screaming and thinking nobody could hear me. For what he did to me, he's gonna die. The others agree he needs to die. We'll never be free until he dies. 5 lives gone before their time. Now they're sustaining mine. It's alright, I'll be fine. Not sure I survived that. Don't think that I died. I only have a life. It's alright, I'll be fine. Stuck inside. It's alright, I'll be fine. It's alright, I'll be fine. Stuck inside.
Stuck in my own trap, bones are cracked as my lungs collapse. Remember that I always come back.
past mistakes, but the future keeps luring in like a pack of snakes. Your sweet little eyes, your little smile is all I remember. Those fuzzy memories mess with my temper. Justification is killing me, but killing isn't justified. What happened to my son? I'm terrified. It lingers in my mind and that thought keeps on getting bigger. I'm sorry, must be, baby, I wish I'd been there. It's been so long since the last I've seen our son lost to this monster, to the man behind the slaughter. Since you've been gone, I've been singing this to this song so I could ponder the sadness
I'm gonna lower the volume before I get ear raped by Gavin. Just going.
And you are already ruining everything. Welcome everybody to Auto Club Speedway for the running of the DR99 Photography SoCal Special 160. Quite the mouthful, and we have quite the show for you guys here tonight. 2 races to go in the season. Auto Club and Homestead, 2 parts of the country to decide the champion. My name's Gavin Graham, and I'm joined here tonight by Armani DePaul and Levi Lipe, as always. How are we doing tonight, boys?
Gavin, do me a favor next time. Let me know when we're about to go live.
I did. I literally told you.
You did it!
I literally said we were going live, and then you're like...
You literally did not. Well, you said about... There was like a 3-second time interval.
That's all I'm hearing. All I'm hearing. All I'm hearing.
Wow. The two mature people are
Anyway, welcome everyone here for the show here tonight. Here, let's ignore Armani for a second. Levi, can you actually give me an answer here? How are you doing?
good.
There you go. That's simple. That's simple.
Guys,
What?
OJ's actually not running a Sabrina Carpenter scheme.
What?
Or Dunkin' Donuts scheme, whatever you want to call it.
That can't be right.
Look at what he's running.
Let me take a look. Well, we're trying to find him. Let's see.
And he's the 42, as he's always been.
Yeah, well, I know that, but...
He's currently riding the wall,
I should probably
literally.
explain this one. So,
Yeah, please explain. I'm confused.
so a few of our board directors have gone to dig into a gay anime horse game. I don't know
What?
the name.
Huh.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Explain.
There's nothing really else to say, and you'll notice there's actually a few of them out there. If you look
Oh,
right behind
no.
Owen, Daniel Botting is running an identical scheme with a different girl horse thing.
Hey, you're joking. You're
Yeah,
not
that's
joking.
I'm not joking. It's right there. Here, I'll even get a close up for you guys. There's Daniel Botting, everyone, and that's really the big thing for this week. I forgot the championship battle. I mean, 2 incredible cars right here from Owen Jabinski, and the best part is they made sure the characters were over the number. Thanks, guys. All right, but we do have a real championship to talk about here, guys, because after the exciting action at Martinsville with AJ Hyder getting the victory, it was exciting to say the least. Van Drugman dominated a lot of the night, but was not able to stop AJ Hyder. 8 points between first and fourth, 3 points between first and second. What can we expect here from tonight's race here from Auto Club when it comes to the championship?
I feel like it's going to be a lot of the same. You're going to have the guys who are competing for the title up front because this is just a good track for him. Obviously, we know how good AJ's been this year. Thurston got his first career ASCA win here last year. So I think, and of course, Aiden Walker, he's been up front pretty much all season, but he's never seen this track in ASCA competition. So this will be a new challenge for him as well as next week at Homestead. So this will be pretty interesting to see, but I'm really going to be looking at that 24 and that 96 to continue the battle that they had last year.
Yeah, I have to agree with him here, but I think AJ Hyder's easily got this race locked up in the record-breaking win entering this night. There's no point of even watching this race.
Well, thanks,
What
Levi.
what a great thing to tell our viewers. Just don't watch.
Yeah, thanks, Levi. I love you too. Jesus Christ, this guy. This guy. But I'll tell you what. If there's anything to look forward to, it's going to be Aiden Walker here tonight. Right now, top of the board with a 47.29, a whole 10th on Corbin Collins in second place. He's only 3 points back from AJ Hyder. So AJ needs to have a bad night. And I mean bad night in his standards, all things considered, because that's going to be 3 positions. He needs to finish 4th at the very least if he wants any chance of being even going into Homestead. But like you said, Armani, this is not the first time that some of these guys have been here in ASCA competition. Last time we were here last season, Thurston straight up beat Hyder. So when it comes to, it's not all over here in this championship, in this race before we even go green. There's a very real possibility that we're going to have a race from flag to flag.
I'm sorry. I just saw what Chris put on Twitter, and I had to tweet. What am I looking at? Of course, we were talking about the wonderful Chris Lilly, who is the one of the ASCA board directors, driving the number 53. Just go on his Twitter, you'll see what I mean. Cause
What?
why?
What? What's on there?
What could possibly?
Am I
be
gonna have to look
helpful?
on his Twitter? I'm looking at his Twitter.
Chris Lilly. Following him. Oh God.
What?
Yeah.
What? What's the problem?
6'7".
I may be old, cause even I don't understand that meme.
No, I do. 6'7".
I think I'm just old.
6'7". You're 6'7". Oh.
I still don't get it. Again, I'm probably just old.
You're not supposed to get it.
So it's just saying 6'7" and like
Apparently.
just saying it weird.
Because you just been straight on the highway.
This is what happens, by the way, guys. Let me get sidetracked.
Is this how boomers feel? Is this how boomers feel when they're trying to discover memes?
Dude, I just been straight on the highway.
Well, I accidentally went back to the starting student screen looking at Lily's name, but Jesus Christ.
I'm 41, but I got 41 gold. Chain got 41 swole.
What are you talking about?
Did Unc snap?
Be quiet. Hydra's on
That.
the track here in practice, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah, let's get back to on-track action.
All the fast guys are running that top, and I'll tell you what, that's a big difference from last season. We saw everyone ripping the bottom throughout pretty much the entire race last season. That top was not the way to go around this racetrack, but we're seeing a much different tune here today with all of our championship drivers running the top at some point, trying to figure it out.
Well, this
Well-
track brings back tremendous PTSD from last season when I spun off of turn 4
How many times?
and then got raped
Of course.
by a guy going full throttle into me,
Okay.
giving me 40 minutes of required. It was a very tragic wreck.
I can't wait. You know, when we're discussing the booth for next season, and like I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna bring Levi back," and Chris is like, "No, you're not allowed to bring him back."
It's how you just emphasize
Yeah.
that word.
Well, it's true.
Like, I'm about to go on like an in-depth analysis on how it's a different car, so maybe that would contribute to it. And then you just say, yeah, so last year I was, well, you know.
I'll use TikTok terms from now on. I was pew-pewed in
Fair
turn
enough.
4.
Okay. Good. Good
That's
comms.
fair.
Good comes. But I'll tell you, Hyder just
immediate
ran
thing.
the second fastest lap of the session, still short of Aiden Walker's lap time. Now we'll see whether that's relative of lap over lap pace or a single lap run when we get over to the green flag here in about, what, 13 minutes from now into qualifying? But Thurston's got to pick it up here. He's not finding speed right now in practice. He is outside the top 10, and he's all over the road looking for pace.
Remember, this is the race that Thurston won last year, and he was up front for much of it. And yeah, you're right. P14 on the chart right now. I'm not sure what's going on with that 96, but I'm not sure exactly what run he is, how many laps he's on this run at the moment. You see he's going down to the bottom, along with Clint McDonald right behind him, and can't really get to the bottom the way he won. You saw McDonald pretty much wrapped it all the way almost to the apron, and you see he's all over the back bumper of that 96, so there's really, I'm noticing two paths, especially in 3 and 4. You're either going to rip that top or you're going to try to go all the way down low. And I think Thurston, he's trying to master that bottom part of the track, you know, especially if it comes to a Laser Ray restart and, you know, you're trying to catch Hyder, you want to keep him behind you. But he just can't wrap the bottom, it looks like other guys around him.
For sure.
We'll see him do it again here in turn 3.
Yeah, I think it's also, he's definitely on, I don't think he's actually stopped since he went on the track for the first time. So he's also practicing with a little bit of tire wear, trying to figure out. And that's really the big thing that Thurston's been struggling with throughout pretty much the whole season, is that he can have the pace to match Hyder, but it's that lap over lap pace, especially when those tires start to wear. He cannot keep up with Hyder's ability to save tire. And at a track like this tonight, where you're going to need everything when it comes to tire wear, I'm not shocked that we're seeing him doing a long run here trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, the 96 has struggled all year when it comes to managing those tires. He'll go out to a big lead, but then he uses up all of his equipment, and then by the time the lead is gone, I mean, if you saw the Southern 500 last night, that's pretty much what happened to Briscoe. He got to such a big lead, and by just about a few laps, everyone caught up to him, and Thurston has pretty much been the story of his last 2 seasons. Now, last year he got 7 wins. This year he's sitting at 2, and this is a pretty good track, in my opinion, for him to get career win number 3, and that was my thing with Thurston going into this round. These are a good set of tracks for him, particularly Martinsville and Auto Club. He couldn't capitalize on Martinsville. We're here now at Auto Club, the site of his first career win. This is really his best chance, and really his last chance to stay with the 24, in my opinion, because when we go to Homestead, which Hyder dominated last year, Thurston's going to need a lot of things to go right at Homestead. But one of the best things that could go right for him is just go out there and perform here in Fontana.
Well, you keep bringing up the fact that he was so good here last season, but last season, you know, we were running again that whole different car. The whole, you know, car tomorrow was a whole different beast. And now that we've gone to this Xfinity car, he's definitely struggling a lot more, and it's a lot different around this place. It's a lot easier to drive, in my opinion, around this place, but he's struggling right now.
Yeah, for sure. Looking through some of the other guys here tonight. Quentin McDonald, playoff driver, got eliminated 2 weeks ago. Just sitting here for fun right now. Right now, outside of the top 10 here in practice, trying to figure it out. Someone that is in the top 10, though, is a pleasant surprise. Ethan Moses right now 10th on the board. He has had a really rough year, to say the least. He was pretty decent at the beginning of the year. I remember at Dover, we saw him near the front of the field during that race. However, since then, he has just been struggling, and it does not compare to his Season 7 efforts as he tries to put up a good run here before the season is out. Daniel Botting barely missed the playoffs last time out, and unfortunately, it has not been a good playoffs for him as well these last couple of weeks. He has been struggling outside the top 15 most weeks. He's just looking to have a good run here tonight in that beautiful, beautiful car. Along with that,
Take a look at the 70.
Go on.
I'm going to say, keep an eye on the 72 as well. I'm looking at the line he's running. He looks really loose going through turns 3 and 4, but he's not running the top. He's running that lane. He's running that line that's right below the top. Not going all the way to the bottom, but not ripping it as well in 3 and 4. I want to see what he does here in turns 1 and 2. Right now, he's sitting 9th in practice. So he enters a little lower than most guys do, but then he kind of is about a half a car length off of the wall. And it looks like that's the comfortable spot for him. I just heard someone on the radio mention the wall, but I don't believe that was Hankins because he's still running pretty well. Here he goes into 3, and again, he's kind of running that second to top line, going a little bit high on corner exit, but that is interesting. That is a line I have not seen Hyder or Thurston take so far, and I don't even think I've seen Walker take that as well.
It is an interesting line, but you don't want to run too high on this track for too long. The bumps are all up there. It's really bumpy. It really wears down the tires over the course of the run. So on these long runs, you really don't want to abuse that top lane too much.
Yeah, for sure. And that's going to be where all that tire wear is going to be coming from. And that's why you're going to see a lot of these guys early on run that bottom, because that is where you're going to be able to save the most tires. Especially with someone like Hyder in this race, you definitely want to do whatever you can to build any kind of advantage to beat the defending champion. Looking through some of the other guys here tonight, Jacob Mitchell's had a rough year. He's looking to finish off strong here. One of our back markers trying to get a good run. Right behind here's Gabe Gazzola. Gabe Gazzola has had a very interesting rookie season. We've seen flashes of brilliance as he says, tremendous pit entry there, Gabe. Good job. But anyway, when it comes to that, Gabe has had some really good flashes. I remember at Martinsville, he got crashed last time out at Martinsville, came back to finish inside the top 10. So all things considered, a pretty good run there from Gabe, trying to finish it up here in these last 2 races. But let's talk about the 4th playoff guy. The guy's second in the points, 3 points behind Hyder as he's shoving Owen into the fence down the front straightaway. Aiden Walker. Consistency has been king for this man throughout his rookie campaign as he gets asked by fucking Connor Ballheis. Jesus. What can we see from Aiden Walker here tonight, fellas?
I think we're going to see what we usually see at that 93. He's going to run up front. He's going to be in that top 5, top 10 mix as he's just playing patty cake at this point with the 42 and the 15. Yeah, they're just having fun at this point, listening to the radio. What is going on? I just saw the 15 just kamikaze turn 3. But I mean, the thing with Walker is that he just has to close these races out as he just bulldozes the pit entry. I mean, it's hard to do that when you got Walker pretty much winning half of the ASCA races this year, more than half at this point. But, I mean, that's the thing with the 93. He is consistent. He reminds me a lot of Chase Elliott, where he's consistently running up front, but just can't close it out at the end to get a couple more wins. And that's why I need out of the 93. Kind of like with Thurston. It's like, I need to see them beat the 24. He leads a lot of ties at practice. He qualifies up front, has a couple poles on the year. But again, it's just, can he be that first one to the checkered flag after 100 laps?
Yeah, consistency's not going to cut it anymore. He needs to get a win to gain some points over, Hyder. That's not the only way he can gain points on him, but he really needs to have a maximum points day to win.
3 points. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that's 3 whole positions between himself and Hyder. And considering how much consistency Hyder's had this year, again, 10 wins, looking for 11. Over half of the races this season, he has finished first. So that is a big ask out of Aiden Walker to have him finish anywhere outside the top 3. But tonight is going to have to be the night, because if you're going into Homestead with a 6, 7, 8 point cushion at this point, that's not going to be enough. You're going to need a lot more. And I swear to God, Levi, you need to be quiet. I need you
What did
to
Levi
shut
do?
your mouth right now.
What did he do?
He did a thing. Okay.
What did he do?
He did a thing.
He said
What thing?
He said 6, 7, so I went, ooh. Oh.
Levi?
This is really convincing for me to come back next season.
Anyways, we got about 4 minutes to go in practice. So Walker is still leading the charge, just a couple hundredths off of AJ Hyder. Shout out to Corbin Collins, as a matter of fact. He is sitting third in practice, as is Aiden Smith and Dimitri Mundros. This is an interesting top 5.
I hate to break your bubble, but the reason he's so fast is because he's bump drafting down the straightaways.
It's because he's what?
He's bump drafting down the straightaways.
Oh, how fantastic.
Let's take a look at the chat here as we get towards the end of practice. First one from Lauren Laser 04. I hope Diego Roldan wins. Well,
Oh yeah, I do too.
do I have news for you that you simply won't believe? Diego Roldan is not racing tonight. He's not even in the series. He got suspended.
Well, he's in the session. He hasn't done anything, but he's in the session.
It was just
He's
a
not allowed.
mistake,
He's
though.
not allowed to get on the track.
Yeah, so, Diego, we won't see him until at least season 9.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he decides he wants to get a win now or not.
No. I doubt it.
We're coming up towards the final 2 minutes of practice here before we go into qualifying. And this is definitely going to be a night between. I mean, I'm not liking Thurston's pace so far, and all due respect to Co, but I think that he was always kind of out of it from the get-go. He's outside the top 10 as well. It's definitely going to be coming down here to Aiden Walker and AJ Hyder for the title. And I'll tell you, after Portland, I was really excited about these two going at it all season, but I mean, Walker just hasn't had race-winning pace compared to Hyder. He's got to change that here tonight, fellas.
I mean,
Well,
there's definitely been some races where he could have won. It's just him finishing it out. There was races like Bristol. Remember, he was leading out front at Bristol. Got involved in a wreck. There's a couple other races that's happened too. So there's definitely been
New
races
Hampshire.
he could have won.
Yeah,
New
Hampshire's
Hampshire.
Hampshire's the big one.
Yeah, New Hampshire, Bristol. There's been a couple other ones. It's just finishing out these races. Something seems to go wrong. Oh my.
What?
It's crazy. Switchback and on the gay horse car.
And Durr's back, everybody, in case you care. Jason Gallagher is Connor Ballheiser doing something down the back straight. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll look forward to seeing him run 12th all night. And where the hell?
All right, they're in the grass.
Where
They're in the grass,
are
they're
they
in the grass. Boom!
Jeez.
Beautiful.
As I was saying earlier, Nikos Budimlik is back. He's looking forward to tonight's race. He was saying in the driver's chat yesterday that this is one of his best tracks. So we'll see how he feels about tonight's race. Now, right now, he's not doing too hot outside the top 10. Owen Chabinski's in 10th. I don't know how I feel about that. And
Oh.
Truxell is full throttling down pit road and just destroyed the rear end of Jason
Oh yeah, by the
Gallagher.
way, so speaking of Owen Chabinski, so
What?
we had OJ and I are part of a fantasy league,
Oh, no.
and I
That's
think
already-
I
that's
play
already one
fantasy football. And I'm gonna look at his team really quick. Okay, so OJ's team, pretty trash. Be real.
Yeah.
He's got. I'll just read off his team while we
Sure.
got a few seconds to go. He's got Baker Mayfield. This is starting lineup. Baker Mayfield, Chase Brown, Jameer Gibbs, Devontae Adams, Drake London, Dallas Goedert, Devonta Smith. Defensive players, the Steelers defense, and Jake Elliott is the kicker.
I know who all those people are.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Gavin's gay. He doesn't watch football.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Are you saying football? You say gay people aren't allowed to watch
we can have a
football?
discussion about this
he
later.
does.
Okay, about whether
Yeah,
football-
qualifying. Cars are on
We
track.
do have qualifying, and we could talk about how football is definitely gay later.
Oh, it definitely is.
As we're watching Aiden Walker on the exit pit row, let's watch him here in qualifying and see what he can do. Right now, waiting to get to go. He'll get
He's
one
been on pit road for a while.
He'll get one qualifying lap here, so he's got to make it count. I'm sorry. he'll get two.
Samito's
He'll get-
out on
I'm
the
sorry,
track.
I'm sorry, he'll get two, but the first one's going to be the big one that's going to matter. Hankins is out on the track.
Servidio's out on the track too. Let's take a look at Hankin.
Yeah, Hankins taking... Thurston's also out on the track, so let's go ahead and watch Hankins first, then Thurston, then Walker, and then finally Hyder. Your 4 championship drivers all going out for qualifying. This is going to be hectic right here.
So he looks like he's gonna run that same line he did in practice to start this lap, just right below the top groove. He's gonna enter a little bit higher in turn 4. Kind of wiggles it a little bit. Probably went over a bump. And here we go.
Yeah, he got big time loose coming out of turn 4. That is not going to help his straightaway speed as he comes towards turn 1. And there it is, top side down there for Kayla Hankins. I was curious to see whether he'd be the top or the bottom around here when it comes to fastest laps. He's going to choose the top as he comes out of turn 2.
Well, I feel like for qualifying here, it's really just down to driver preference on what you can make work better. There's no, specific qualifying line.
Again, just runs kind of that fourth lane, enters high, or exits high. Let's see what this lap looks like.
McDonald on provisional pole. Let's see if Hankins can beat it. He cannot. He is 5th fastest. He is 6th. Yeah, 5th fastest. Here comes Thurston coming to the line. We'll see where he goes here in qualifying.
Oh,
Pole
Hyder
for
coming
James
across the stripe.
Thurston.
Hyder's starting his lap.
And we're still waiting on Walker, too. So Hyder and then Walker. As Hyder's in the fence.
Walker got on the wall.
And he's going to stop it right there. He is going to go back to the pits. And he's going to try again. A rare mistake from A.J. Hyder as Walker comes onto the track.
Yeah, Hyder, he entered pretty high compared to everyone else, and I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised because he had a little bit of a buffer between himself and the wall, but he used all of it and then some.
Now Walker's going to be coming out of turn 4. He's going to start his first lap. This was a really good opportunity there for Walker. Hopefully someone's in his ear letting him know that Hyder hit the fence on his provisional lap. We'll see if he can take advantage of this opportunity as he goes down to turn 1.
A similar entry to turn 1 for Walker. Whoa, he is really loose, or looks pretty loose. But unlike Hyder, he does not get into the wall, so he keeps it clean going down the back straightaway. Really rotated the car nice on top of 1 and 2. Let's see here in 3 and 4. Goes all the way to the bottom. Paints it down onto the white line.
Oh, he's loose.
Lines
He
up the
is
track
big time loose.
Yeah. Woo-wee.
Yeah, Jesus.
We'll see if that's a pole lap or not. Thurston still holds it over Collins coming to the line.
Third.
Fair enough.
Not bad.
Now it's going to be Hyder's turn. He's going down to turn 3 right now, charging it in. We'll see if he has any better of an exit here. A lot straighter, a lot stronger than the 93. Let's see. Can AJ Hyder make it another pole?
No.
Nope.
He's going to be third. He beats Walker by about 2/100ths of a second. And that's going to
Well,
make
Walker isn't
James...
done yet.
Oh, is that right? He's trying again? All right, we'll see if he can better it on lap 2. I don't know if it's possible. We'll see.
No.
Yeah, no, ain't going to work.
So.
And with that,
Take a look at how
that's
close
going
the top
to
4
end.
are.
That's pretty much going to end qualifying right there. And this is a big story right here. We were talking about James Thurston not doing too hot in practice. Well, he stuns all of us up here in the booth as he goes pole position with a 40.6 flat against the rest of the field. A great lap there from James.
And Chris just put in the driver's chat that just like that, it's Aiden and James 3 points back behind AJ.
Yeah, because Thurston's going to get that bonus point. Imagine that comes into play going into Homestead. As we will be getting started here with the warm-up. And with that, we are going to be taking a quick break before we come back. But before we do, fellas, I want to ask you guys, after qualifying, James Thurston, pole position, do you think that he can hold them off?
He's my championship 4 pick, so we better.
I think he can hold them off, but I'm gonna go with I think Walker. I think Walker will win this race. I think he understands that he needs to win this, so he will win this. So no.
Look, someone's got to be. Look, if neither of you guys are going to do it, I'm going to do it. Hyder's going to win.
Okay,
Ooh, you're boring.
you do that then.
Look, what can I say? I'm a man of the people.
Okay. No, you're not, obviously.
Yeah, I am.
Would've picked-
Anyway, we're going to be going over to a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time to get the engines fired for 100 laps of action here from Auto Club Speedway. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Hey, yeah, because we were on break, idiot. Yeah, and now we're coming back, and now you're coming
Ruined
back.
it.
Unfortunately,
Ruined
you were
Kill
ruining
Diego
everything.
Roldan! Kill Diego
You're
Roldan!
ruining everything.
Kill Diego
You are ruining
Roldan!
everything. Dude, we were about to come back from break. It was going to be great. We're going to get the starting lineup, but then Dunk comes in here. It's like, rah, 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 rah. Jesus Christ. But we do have the starting lineup here
love
for
ASCA.
tonight's race. You got to love ASCA. We do have tonight's starting lineup here for the DR99 photography. Hold on. No, we don't. 1 second. Wait, I got to do the thing. Hold on. 1 second. DR99 160. I don't really care. All right, let's go ahead and go through the starting lineup here for tonight's race. The DR99 photography SoCal Special 160. James Thirst is on pole position. The exact effort that he needed right around now after his bad run at Martinsville. He's back in the pack, but he's going to gain that extra bonus point. He's now even in the points with Aiden Walker, 3 points behind AJ Hyder. Corbin Collins starts alongside. Watch out for him tonight. Then it's going to be AJ Hyder and Aiden Walker, top 2 in the championship in row 2. Boonamlick and Samito make up row 3 with Nico Servideo and Jason Gallagher in row 4. Rounding out to the end of the top 10, we got Chris Lilly and Clinton McDonald, followed by Abe Troxell and Ethan Moses. That's going to be championship driver Kayla Hankins all the way back in 13th. He's got to pull up another remarkable effort if he wants to get into this championship hunt. And Aiden Smith starts alongside. Going through the rest of the field, it's Daniel Botting, Connor Ballheis, followed by Gabe Kazola, Connor Berkey, Jacob Mitchell, Wayne A. Kennedy, Matt Bartles, Dimitri Mundros, and Owen Chavinsky. Rounding out the field for tonight's race. Things are gonna get wild and things are gonna get red hot here from California. 2 races to go in the championship. A championship can be made or it can be destroyed right here. As the pace car's going to make the left-hand turn on the pit road, James Thurston, and it's going to be Corbin Collins alongside. Let's kick some ass in California. Green flags in the air.
Your call, Gavin. I love it.
Yeah, that was awesome. You already see a couple guys back there trying to force it 3 wide. The 89 already diving down to the inside to make it 3 wide. Bad restart there from the top lane. Walker stuck all behind them.
Look at them fanning out wide. A good push from Hyder sends Thurston clear to the lead. He's going to go underneath the 71. They're going to be side by side as James Thurston is going to look to clear them even further going to turn number 3.
And right now,
Hyder.
Look at Hyder go. Big dive there as he tries to get around Corbin. But Thurston's going to shut that door. And watch out for Nicholas Boodamlick on the inside of Ian Walker with Clinton McDonald watching on as we complete the first lap.
Connor Ballheis went all the way down to the apron there. Not sure what's going on there. Trying to make up a couple passes. But you see the 71 already using the top of the racetrack as everyone's fanning down to the bottom.
24 gets by him. He'll let the big run off, though. He'll get to his inside. Whoa, Lily nearly gets turned. Big stack up in the middle of the field.
And Corbin's going to get around Hyder once again. Good defense there from Corbin Collins. And it's going to be single file throughout most of the top 10. We have to go back to Chris Lilly. And that's going to be some contact there as Jason Samil gets put in the wall by Chris Lilly.
Right now, on the outskirts of the top 10. Lilly sitting in the 8th position right now with a hard-charging Aiden Smith right behind him, that 89 Popeyes machine. Connor Ballheis sandwiched between the 89 and the 72. Here comes Kayla Hankins on the inside.
And while that's going on, you're going. Or not, okay. Okay, or not, okay, whatever. Aiden Walker and Clinton McDonald were side by side for 4th. Walker defends the spot. Nicholas Boodamlick under attack from Aiden Smith for the first time this season. I'm happy to say Aiden Smith has got some pace. He's looking to use it.
Yeah, he's
No, you go.
He's just at the back half of the top 10 here, battling for, I believe, 7th place with the 01 car. It's been really nice to see. You see the 24 car all the way up on that top lane. We're seeing some guys get up on this top lane early, which is a little bit shocking to me. Thought people were going to be a little bit more conservative with their tires here, but I guess not. 94 looking to the inside of the 72. Really disappointing run here early on from Hankins.
Yeah, look at Chris. And look at Chris Lilly right now. He's in a side-by-side battle with the 15. The ball heist. He's going to try to use that inside line to his advantage. He remains side-by-side with the 15. This is the battle for the 8th spot.
And the battle for second's getting crazy. Hyder and Corbin are going at it here. 4-second spot. And Corbin Collins is going to give AJ Hyder second place. One more in the way. That being his old rival, James Thurston, for the lead.
Corbin probably just...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Corbin probably just, wanted to save a little bit of tire, didn't want to waste too much of the run, trying to battle this 24, and that at the end, there would just be the 96 pulling away, which he hasn't really done that as of yet. He's just been about a car length, 2 car lengths since... Oh. Hyder?
Oh, he's back.
Okay. So, that's something that we've seen from Hyder for the past few races, that he'd be blinking out. He would blink out here and there. That hasn't affected him in any of the races because, considering the fact that he's won everything. But, especially in a race like this, yes, he did win last week at Martinsville, but the margins are still tight. So, Hyder's got to be a little bit careful there with these blinking issues and make sure it doesn't persist any further.
And this has not been the first time that Hyder has had internet issues. If any of you guys remember, his Season 3 championship hopes went up in smoke due to a disconnect at the second-to-last race at Milwaukee. So this is not unfamiliar territory for AJ Hyder. He's just got to hope that internet can hold on here tonight.
I just want to point out, as you can see, everyone's snaking down the front straightaway for these first few laps. This whole race is going to be really grouped up until the tire wear starts to kick in with all this draft and how big this track is. So, completing these passes are pretty hard because they can come right back at you with the draft and runs up off the corner. So, look at all these cars single file in one big group just following each other in the draft.
I think that's why you saw Collins just give the position to Hyder. He knew that right now it's just going to be kind of a drafting race, stay within the group. If he could stay on par with that 24, then he should be okay. But again, no reason to really mount a charge this early on because all you're going to do is just hurt your tires.
Yeah, you're just going to hurt your tire. I mean, look at it. It's like an IndyCar race. They're all snaking down the front straightaway.
This kind of reminds me of Michigan. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Michigan. Now, Michigan isn't as multi-groove as Auto Club. Auto Club, you can kind of run anywhere. Michigan, you're kind of relegated to either the top or kind of like that second line. And you can use a little bit of the bottom in turn 3 if you got some fresh rubber underneath you. But kind of similar like that. Everyone's just using the draft to their advantage. They snake a little bit. I know when I finally won my first race at Michigan, albeit in the truck, that's pretty much what I did. I was just maintaining the tires, just snaking all around the track, and just trying to maintain everyone behind me. That's kind of what Thurston is doing. He's just maintaining the draft is all he can really do.
Yeah, I mean, if we get any late cautions here in this thing, we're going to see a super speedway type finish like we did in Michigan. So, that's something to worry about if you're out front towards the end of the race, that we could get a pack race finish if there's a crash.
Connor Ball heist. He's update.
You go on.
No. Update's more important.
Okay, well, I was going to say, Kyle Hankins has been stuck in 10th place since the drop of the green flag. He's been spending this entire first run here trying to get around Chris Lilly, but he is going nowhere. Does not matter. Top, bottom, anywhere you go, he has not been able to make up any progress. And this is the type of stuff we were talking about when we were getting towards championship time 2 weeks ago. Who was going to be the odd man out? We all predicted, no disrespect, that Cole was going to be the 4th man out, and we're seeing it right now. He is really struggling to make up time to the point where Ethan Moses is starting to put pressure on him for 10th place.
It's back qualifying run. I mean, no, go.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, Smith and Paul High side by side with each other. This is one of the few battles going on right now. Smith, like we said earlier in the race, actually has some pace. He'll slot back in line. Here comes the 01 back at him. But, finally with some pace here early in this race towards the back half of the top 10 in this little battle with the 01.
Ooh, just shuts the door, chops the nose off of the 89. I'm not sure if AD Smith's going to appreciate that. Look at this, 3 wide with ball heights on the 15 all the way up top. I'm going to give some credit to the 15. It's early on, but he has been just using different lines around the track. One lap he'll be on the bottom, one he'll be on the top. He's just trying to see what'll work best for him in that 15 car. Oh, he is chopping the nose off of that 01, completely blocking Budimlik down into 3. I'm not sure if he's going to appreciate that. kind of gave him a shot in the middle of the corners. He's going to get to the side by side with the 15, but that could have been really bad for both drivers there as they're side by side across the stripe.
Well,
That gave
remember
Bohai
here
some
that
great
Nicky is
damage.
not popular here. He is not a popular character here in this series. A lot of people don't really respect him. And you're seeing it out there on the track right now. Budenblick's pulling off some really bullseye moves here 10 laps into the race. Ballheis has none to lose anymore. And Lilly and Hankins are just watching on behind, hoping that these guys behave. And look at this. Connor is all over his bumper, heading down to turn 3.
Yeah, he's definitely aggravated to him. He gave him a little bit. Well, he gave himself rear end damage, so I don't really know why he's too upset. He's the one that cut him off there, in my opinion.
And Walker's going for third now here on Corbin Collins. While that was going on, Clinton McDonald gave a bit of a kiss to the wall coming out of turn 4. They'll be side by side, but Corbin's going to give it up. Now make it 1, 2, 3 for our championship drivers.
And you got McDonald on the inside of the 71. Let's see. He's just going to follow the 93 right now and say, hey, you're moving up front. I want to join you. He's going to go right behind the 71. So not a 2-for-1 for the 93 or the 17, or actually really the 71, a 2-for-1, but in the negative side of things, losing 2 positions. Instead, he only loses 1.
Yeah, that's a good thing, but he is definitely falling behind quick to the 17 car. 17 coming up through the field here early. Hankins now making a pass.
Aiden Smith's falling back here, guys. He is now falling back from 6th to 10th in just a couple laps. He was definitely pushing the stuff, and you are seeing the consequences. He begins to fall back, and Keola Hankins is being rewarded for his consistency. He has moved up to 8th place as he defends from Connor Ballheis.
Yeah, him and Lilly have been saving their stuff by the most right now, early in this run, and they're making up time for it now, passing a bunch of cars here in these last couple laps.
And this is a rare sight. James Thurston pulling away over half a second between himself and AJ Hyder. This is very familiar to his Season 7 performance. We'll see if this is whether Hyder's just playing some games with him or if Thurston's got the pace to win.
I wonder. Remember, the 71 and the 24, they were battling a little bit, and that, damaged their tires a little bit, had to use a little more rubber for them. You see Collins, he's starting to lose a little bit of pace, and not only is Hyder falling back from Thurston, but look behind him. He's got a mirror full of the 93 of Walker, so I don't know if it's really trying to play games because we're pretty deep into this run. We're about 15 laps in. I wonder, Hyder just doesn't have the pace right now.
It doesn't seem like it, but he might be doing what he does sometimes, where he just falls back purposefully to save all that tire, and then later on this run, if it keeps going green, he turns on the jets and he passes everybody because he saves so much more tire.
Well,
I think it's really going to come down. I think it's really going to come down to
No, you go. We were doing this too much. Here, we're doing this way too much. We're doing this more than usual. You go.
All right, new order. Gavin, me, Levi.
Okay, thank you. All right, order. Perfect. Armani,
All right,
go.
now, no, shut up. Let me go. I think it's going to come down to if Hyder is able to pull away from the 93. Because like I said, Walker, he is there. He's all over the back bumper of that 24 right now. So let's actually see if we can get an in-car look of AJ Hyder right now and see what this lap is going to look like. I'm going to go to the cockpit cam. So going down into turn 1. Looks pretty good. He's around that middle line, trying to cut it down as low as he can. Arc the corner a little bit, really trying to save tire, trying to turn the wheel as little as possible. Kind of looks like Thurston's doing the same thing as well. Gonna go down the back straightaway. You just see the bumps all over the track. Here we go into turn 3. Trying to do the same thing. You can hear the tires sliding all over the place. He's gonna paint underneath the white line and just chase it up the track coming out of turn number 4. Yeah, I think Hyder, he is trying to save a little bit of tire, but again, I wonder if that battle with the 71 early on kind of hurt him a little bit, because again, I mean, while Hyder, in terms of just tire conservation, is arguably the best in the series, I mean, any disadvantage to tires here at Auto Club is going to be huge.
Yeah, it really hurts you. He did spend those first 5 or so laps, going back and forth with that 71. Both of them kind of paying the price for it. He's falling back, not in position-wise, but he's fallen back to the lead, and the 71 has fallen back 2 or 3 positions here. Lilly, who stayed the most tires so far, getting ready to get a pass on 6th place. You can enter the top 5 in the next few laps as the 71 tries to set up a pass on the inside of McDonald here.
Yeah, McDonald and the 71, they've been going at it, and it's allowed Nicholas Budimlik and Chris Lilly to close in. We're about to have a 4-man dance here for 4th and possibly make it 5 as Keola Hankins starts to close in.
Yeah, Hankins, he hasn't been able to get around Lilly, so he's just saying, you know what, if I can't get around you, I'm going to follow you. He's about a few car lengths behind the 53 right now, so he's a little bit away from turning this into a 5-car battle, but I imagine he's mirroring the moves of the 53 right now, who's actually working his way through the field pretty nicely.
Yeah, he's been making a lot of clean and good passes here since the start of the race. It's been really impressive with him. He's really turned this season around here in the latter half of the season. You know, not crashing as much, running up front, saving stuff. Been really good here in this last half.
Budimlik inside here on Clinton McDonald. This is for 5th. We talked about how this could be a really good track for him, and he's showing it right now as he's trying to make it up into the top 5. They'll be side by side coming out of turn number 2 and even down the back.
And you got face loaded Chris Lilly right behind him, so this battle is really important as Lilly, he's also another one who saves a lot of his tires. How much tire does he have? I think both of them understand that, and that is why they're trying to get around each other. McDonald to the middle, the 01 to the bottom, Budimlik trying every way he can to get around them, and he is going to clear the 17.
That was a bad exit there from the 17. He got a bit of the wall. He got tight there towards the center of the corner.
Yeah, that's exactly
Really
what
nice
happened there, Levi. Exactly like that, and he's going to lose 2 spots because of that, because now Lilly's going to be on his inside, probably with a little bit better tire, too. As he comes out of turn 2, he's going to shut that door. Lilly moves up to 6, and now contact!
Whoa.
McDonald and Lilly. McDonald gave Lilly a shot. Got both of them out of way. They both hold on to their cars. No change in position, no harm, no foul. But now McDonald's going to have a bunch of the front end of Keola Hankins hungry to make up points with such the deficit that he has right now.
2 for 1, but the reverse for McDonald, and now it might be a 3 for 1, losing 3 spots potentially to Keola Hankins. Hankins all over the back bumper, that's 17.
Right on him. He's right wrapping around that white line. Gonna get a good exit here. The caution is out. There's a wreck of the bag.
And it's going to be Connor Berkey in the wall in turns 1 and 2. I don't see... Oh, he has a lot of toe damage. Oh, yeah, that front end's destroyed here, fellas. Something ugly happened in the back of the field, and he's out.
Oh, I see. Really slow on the top lane. The 22 gets up into him, and then he had it saved. He wasn't going to hit the wall, and then the 22 hit him again, and that put him back into the wall head on. Pretty hard hit. Oh, he got slammed by the 94.
Yeah, the 27 was really slow.
I don't know why he was going so slow, but he just was going really slow, man. I don't think he would have been too badly hurt if he hadn't come down and got slammed by the 94. The 94 hit him really hard.
Looking at his...
Yeah, that was a rough one there for the 27 as he goes around.
actually gaining ground on the 15 right here. The 89 and the 22 and the 08 are really nowhere, and something happened. I think it got to the wall a little bit in turn 4. I'm looking at it one more time.
I'm gonna do something really quickly. I'm gonna move these guys in here. I know they sound like robots. I'm gonna see if I can fix this really quickly because they are. I don't know what the heck's going on. Let me move them in here. No. Hold on. We're trying to fix this. Hold up. Very professional in our last race. Yes, I know. Hold on. What the hell? Where in the hell? Hold on. There it is. Levi, stay in here.
Okay.
Race Hub is being stupid. Where is... Hold on.
Ooh, I'm in an admin channel.
Okay, what the heck? Yeah, because you guys are sounding like robots right now. And my internet's being real stupid. Okay,
well,
here.
this is why we should,
Okay,
this
that
is
did-
why
yeah,
we
that
should
didn't
have
work.
a
Okay.
race booth.
Okay, go back to
We
Race
should
Hub.
have
You guys started sounding like robots. I tried to fix it. Didn't work.
So basically what happened last time.
Yeah, literally what happened last time. I have no explanation for it either. It's just doing that now.
Trying to see something here because Walker lost a few spots on pit road. He dropped from 2nd to 4th. I'm trying to see if he slid into his pit stall. Yes, he did. A mistake from the 24. He slid into his box, had to back up, and cost him 2 spots. So now Hyder is going to drop to 4th on this restart.
AJ Hyder mistake.
Yeah, just a slight slide there from Hyder, and that's going to cost him big time here on pit road.
Credit to the 24 as well. I mean, he figured out the mistake pretty quickly and immediately kicked it into reverse. You didn't see any stop and then just bring it back, because if that happened, he would have lost a ton of more time. But he knew what the problem was and he immediately fixed it. So give credit to the 24 on that front. But again, yeah, kind of a rare mistake. That's actually 2 mistakes we've seen from Hyder now, if we count qualifying when he hit the wall.
He's just not been on it as much as he has been in the past couple races tonight. He's been struggling, on pace, qualifying, and now here on pit road. That puts Aiden Walker up into 2nd place now, so that is a point gain, or 2 points gain, I believe. Still not enough.
And as we get set here for this restart, look out for 5th place. Keola Hankins started all the way back in 13th. It was an awful qualifying effort. And just within the first 20 laps, he has already made himself back into the show in the best way possible. For the rest of this race, he will be in contention to race with his other championship competitors. We'll see if he can make a statement here in these next 80 laps.
Am I lagging or is he?
Oh, you're lagging.
I'm lagging?
I don't know.
You just lagged for me.
I don't know. Maybe Discord is not being cooperative here tonight, fellas. But we're getting set here for the restart. Top 2 fighting for the championship. Came into qualifying tied on points, 3 back from Hyder. And right now, the way things stand, they've gained 2 points on him. As they stand, we're going back to the restart zone. Thurston, Walker, Budimlik, Hyder, and Hankins. Green flag is back in the air.
Good job by the 96. He caught the 93 slipping a little bit, tried to go over Thurston. Thurston's going to clear them going to turn number 1. He's going to have any lane he wants to heading to the corner. Hyder, he's in that 3rd lane back, side by side with the 72. A great jump, by the way. Shout out to Keola Hankins. He's put himself in this championship conversation once again.
Yeah, he's gotten back up towards the front. He'll slide in behind the 24 car here as they get single filed on the back straightaway. Budimlik left out to dry. The 71 looking for ways around Chris Lilly. He's not going to find any way. The 01 squeezing the 24 to the top lane. 24 giving him a little bit room there on that bottom. Here comes Hankins now with a good exit. See if he can take it 3 wide, or if he'll just follow Hyder through the top as they snake down the front straightaway.
And look at Budimlik, 4 championship drivers, and Budimlik's right in the middle of it, trying to make a statement as they go down to turn 1. Hyder up against the wall, Walker and Thurston down low, while Hankins and Budimlik go side by side for 4th.
This is something to what Hyder did early on in the first stint. He went to the top earlier than everybody else. He's trying to see a payoff. He is going to be all over the back bumper in the 93, who he gives a good shot to going into turn 3.
Yeah, give him a good push now as the 01 is blocking that 72 for the top 4, or the championship 4 being 1, 2, 3, 4.
And look at Budimlik.
Right there.
Budimlik's going to have a good run right here. He's going to look low here on Hyder. Hyder's going to shut the door. Budimlik goes up. Hyder goes higher. Blocking down the front straightaway. Budimlik wants to move to 3rd.
This is something we usually don't see out of Hyder, and that's needing to block, especially from someone like Budimlik. Hyder with a good run coming out of turn number 2. Now he's going to set his sights on the 93 of Aiden Walker.
He got in the wall. So not the greatest exit there down the back straightaway as he got in the wall. You have to go back to Lilly and Budimlik to see anybody side by side. Not Budimlik, Bolheis, my bad.
The Bolheis on that controller, trying to make something work on the high side, but he's going to give the wall a bit of a kiss. Coming out of turn 4, he still has a small run. Lilly's going to block it low. Bolheis going to stay in line as they head towards turn 1. Most of the top 10 now single file.
He's going to run that middle to tie. Now he's going to stay in the middle as Lilly goes down to the bottom. Remember, that bottom line is kind of the tire-saving move, But the 15 trying to use a little momentum on the high side to get a run on the 53. Can't quite do it. Stays about a car length behind Chris Lilly right now, gaining just a little bit. Let's see what they do here going into turn 3.
I want to point out Aiden Smith taking it 3 wide there in the back with Clint McDonald. McDonald and him lost a bunch of time on that last restart and that last pit cycle under the caution there. They're trying to work their way up through the field. Hankins
and
taking
now
it side
Hankins.
by side.
Hankins going inside, and Boonham, for once, is going to give it up pretty easily.
Oh.
Now it's going to be top 4, championship 4, as the rest of the field watches them go away.
Actually been a better start for Thurston as he is now easily cleared the rest of the field. Remember, in that first stint, the 96 was only about a car length or 2 ahead in the lead, but now he is ahead by a good chunk. He's ahead by about a half a second.
This Champ 4 proving why they are the Champ 4. You know, like you said, running inside 1, 2, 3, 4. Really impressive run from all these guys here. Here comes Hyder on the inside of Walker. Walker going to run a little bit higher. They're both going to run a little bit higher there. Back down to the bottom gets the 24 car. Let's see who gets the better exit here. He'll have to try and side draft his quarter panel here to hold up with him. Nope, he'll slide back in line, single file. Just like everyone else. So give him a push down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. And that'll be that. He'll have to set it up down into 1 next time.
Yeah,
I'll be
Walker
right back.
defending well right now from AJ Hyder. But I'll tell you what, Walker got a little loose through the center of 3 and 4. Hyder all over him. Walker is protecting the top with his life, and Hyder's going to shove him all along as they head towards turn 1.
Yeah, just keeps pushing him down these straightaways. I don't know why, but I'm just assuming they're not trying to lose more time than they already are to Thurston. They're trying to gain maybe a little bit on them straightaways. He'll give him another shot here. I think it's not quite closing in. Chris Lilly's into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Having an impressive run here from Chris Lilly. Here
And
you
while
go.
all that's
6,
going
7.
on, the rest of the top 10 is single file all the way back to Jason Gallagher, who's having a good run, along with, is this what I'm seeing, Owen Chabinski inside 3 wide for 10th place with Jason Gallagher and Ethan Moses.
Yeah, I think that gay horse car gave him a little bit extra horsepower. He's been pretty decent, actually, for some reason.
A few drivers kissing the wall there on the entry to turn 3. That wall comes at you on corner entry, so you just got to be a little careful when you're running towards the wall. But right now, everyone beginning to settle in for hopefully the long haul as Chabinski defends an attack from Ethan Moses, the entire top 15 in one big train as they go down the front straightaway.
Yeah, not a whole lot happening. Lilly goes to the top. The 08 and the 89 kind of going at it here. But not a whole lot happening on track. You know, we saw this, a little bit on last run. After you get about 8, 9 laps in, 6, 7 laps in, get single file. Not a whole lot would happen. We have to wait a couple more laps for the tire to kick in before we see some more passing.
Yeah, well, right now, everybody's just settling in as that's Clinton McDonald pushing
Jesus
Ballheist blocking, but McDonald's going to shove his nose down the inside of Connor Ballheist. This is going to be for 8th place, and this will allow Jason Gallagher to get involved.
Yeah, Gallagher trying to close in. Where's he been this season?
Nowhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this might be his first race.
He's done a couple this season. I think this is 5th or 6th. It's just that he hasn't been as active as he normally is. McDonald and Ballheist even down into turn 3. Watch out for another cutoff here from Clinton McDonald. He's clear right now. Look what he's doing. He's trying to cut him off. It's going to be close. McDonald's going to cut the nose off, and that's going to be a crossover move from Connor Ballheist as they continue side by side down the front straightaway towards turn 1.
He cut him off, but he switched him back. But I think this is where the 17 is going to get him here. He's going to run this top lane again and get that run up off the corner. 15 sliding up, try and block it.
But he'll be fair. He'll give him the room. down the back. I think the McDonald's going to have it this time. He has to draft, he has to run. Bullheye's trying to stick in it here, but he's going to get in line here as we head towards turn 3, and it's single file once again. Owen Shabinsky again defending from Ethan Moses as he runs the bottom, and Moses runs the top.
Moses with another good exit off the corner. He'll have the run down the front straightaway. He'll peek to the outside. Not quite on his outside, though, so he won't be able to enter above him into the corner. He'll run the top lane here. Let's see if he gets the run up off the corner.
Yeah, Moses is one of those guys that's been running the top or at least the middle for most of this race. Everyone else is settling in down on the bottom. But Moses in the wall. Abe Troxell almost lost it. Saves the 10 car. And while that's going on, here comes Jason Gallagher for 9th with a last-minute dive into turn 3.
This 15 car is just struggling tonight right now on this long run. You know, this is one of those tracks where the controller is really going to kill you because you got to be smooth with the inputs in the car, and you just can't do that on controller. And this track is just so rough and hard on the tires in the car. So he's at a massive disadvantage here tonight.
And look at Owen Shabinsky. Big dive on the outside there on Jason Gallagher. Gallagher trying to dime in the corner, stay with it. He'll clear Shabinsky, but Shabinsky's going to have the run down the back.
Really impressive tonight as he blinks out. Or no, he didn't blink out. The 18 blinked out, or the 15. Yeah, really impressive run here tonight. He's not sucking like usual. Putting together a respectable run here in 11th place. Sure, there's only like 20 cars in the race, but still, a respectable run here.
And this battle towards the end of the top 10 is really amazing to watch as here comes Budimlik again. Last minute dive into 1 here on Chris Lilly. He's trying to get back in the top 5.
Yeah, but Lily's going to get the run on the outside here. They're going to say side by side coming out of turn number 2. Lily's going to get a run on the outside. He's going to try to clear the 01, and indeed he does down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he got such a good exit up off of the corner running that top lane that there was no doubt in my mind that he would not clear him. Now the 01 will have to wait till the front straightaway to try and get an exit up off the corner and pass him again. Look at the 71 back here, Corbin Collins. He was battling for second earlier in the race. Lily gets in the wall hard right there.
Yeah, and that's going to open the door for him to go. Here comes Budimlik to the inside on Lilly. He is a sitting duck as we see some big blocking down the front straightaway. Don't know what Chabinsky and Smith are doing, but as they race back through turn 2, Budimlik is clear to come up, and he shall. Nicholas Budimlik back in the top 5, but not for long. Lilly's going to have to run down the back, side by side again.
Yeah, Budimlik almost put a bad block on the 53, almost got himself turned as Lilly. He's going to take a shot on the inside line. Budimlik going to sail it off on the outside. He's going to try to pinch the 53, and indeed he does. Lilly's going to come out high. Contact made from the two of them. As with the 71 of Collins, he's out going to get a run on the 01. This could be another spot for Corbin Collins.
Corbin's going to take great advantage of this and get on his inside. He is clear.
Yeah, and that's the type of stuff that we talk about there with Nicholas Budimlik. Again, not popular, isn't the cleanest racer in the world, although I'll tell you what, he's been behaving for a lot tonight. He's going to have a really good run here coming out turn 2, side by side, nearly making contact with Corbin Collins as they go down the back straightaway, heading towards turn 3. Nicky trying to get back to the bumper for some good old-fashioned payback against Chris Lilly.
Yeah, but Collins is going to hang it out on that corner panel now that 01 is going to be clear of the 71. It seems like that's been the story of his race, Gavin, and that what?
I just want to point something out. We got Aiden Walker going for the race lead here.
Yeah. Budimlik, you're not important right now. We got to look at the battle for the lead.
Yeah, the 96 has lost a lot of time, and this entire top 4 is right within each other. And the 93 was setting up a pass. He won't be able to that time, but maybe he can in a 3 and 4 here.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Look how close the top 4 are, all within 0.7 of a second. Walker with a run down the back straightaway to the outside for what could be a place in the championship. Aiden Walker trying to hold it there. Will Thurston give him the room? No, he won't. Into the wall goes Aiden Walker.
That was a pretty big hit for the 93. We'll see how that affects him. He looks pretty good here down the front straightaway. But yeah, just Thurston got him clear. He should have drifted up a little bit just to stop the momentum of the 93. And I don't know if Walker, he thinks that Thurston doored him because he sailed it off into turn 1.
He did. They're driving away from this 24 and 72 here now. Not the
look at it.
World.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where Kayla Hankins is starting to close in here on Hyder. I don't know what's going on with that 24. I don't know if he's sitting back waiting for drama to happen and to pick up the pieces, or if there's something very wrong under the wheel of that 24 machine. But right now, the battle is here. Thurston, Walker, they want to know which one of these two is going to fight against Hyder for the title in Homestead.
It doesn't look like the damage is affecting the 93 too much. He's still all over the back bumper of that 96. And actually, Hyder, he's put a little distance between himself and the 72 as well. So he's kind of in no man's land with about a couple car lengths between second and fourth.
I think Walker needs to go back to ripping that top lane and try and get that run up off the corner like he was for a few laps. They're kind of running the same line. It's shutting the air off to the 93, and it's really hurting him here on these exits. He's fallen back a little bit.
And you can see that's exactly what he did. He had a much higher entry into turn 3, trying to diamond the exit. And I think that worked out very well. He has a small run here on Thurston down the front straightaway, added with a little bit of slipstream. We'll see if he can pull a run this time around.
Like you mentioned, Levi, that was a little bit different here. Thurston goes a little bit higher than the 93s. Walker goes all the way down to the bottom. Hyder's going to mimic that line coming out of turn number 2. So a little different lines here in 1 and 2, Levi. Let's see if it's the same in 3 and 4.
3 and 4, we've seen Walker enter a little bit higher these last few laps. This time, again, a little bit higher, but not fully higher. The 24 is starting to catch back up, actually, to the 93. I think the battle is on for second here now. Or not on right now, but it will be in a few laps. I think Walker used up all he could trying to get by this 96.
Well, yeah, Walker's got to back it down now if he wants to have another charge at Thurston, but he's also got to back it down to allow himself to defend against Hyder. If you're James Thurston right now, you absolutely would prefer having Walker on your bumper compared to Hyder. You're hoping that these two race hard and hold each other up for just a little bit longer before green flag pit stops.
I think that's what you're seeing right now. Thurston's starting to open up the gap. He gained about a car to 2 car lengths on the 93 that lap, and he's continuing to extend that lead over Walker. I wonder if the damage that he took to that outside wall just a few laps ago is starting to bite him now. Couple that with the tires. Here comes Hyder. He's going to try to go down low. Walker's going to block him all the way. Hyder says, "You can't block me anymore." He's going to go down low.
Not quite there on his inside, though, so he won't be able to pass him here. Right up on him, right up on his back bumper. Walker a little bit higher now, that time on the exit. Not a great corner there.
Yeah, well, now Walker's got to play defense here if he wants to hold off Hyder as they go down the back straightaway. But also, they're starting to close in on Thurston again. Thurston had a really horrid 1 and 2. And look at this. Walker, once again, with that really high entry, going to cut off in the center and be low on the exit. Hyder can't respond to that at all. He just has to sit in line. Walker playing double ends right now, trying to play offense and defense at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Thurston, this is the best thing that you can ask for. I mean, Walker's starting to close in a little bit, but I don't know how much the damage is really going to allow him to make a charge. But if you're Thurston, this is the best thing. You have the 93 blocking the 24, and it's kind of allowed the 96 to just maintain this 1 to 3 car length advantage, but I don't know how much longer he's going to maintain as the 93 gets a big run on the 96. He is all over the back bumper going into 3.
Yeah, he got a really good run down that back straightaway. Now he'll enter higher again, cut off the nose of the 24, back down to the bottom. See what kind of exit he gets here, if he could take it down to the inside or outside to try and pass the 96. And not quite.
It's incredible to watch the top 4 in the championship, the 4 guys we've been talking about for the last month or so, all here together within a second, fighting for the lead, fighting for what could be a championship. We've seen all of these guys go to victory lane throughout this season. They're all trying to fight for at least one more for a chance at the ultimate prize. Right behind them, it's going to be side by side Lily and Collins. Lily continuing to have a great run here tonight. He goes up into the top 5 past Corbin Collins.
93 ran higher that entire corner there. Normally he had been cutting back down. He'll get a good exit here.
Hankins coming to pit road. Kayla Hankins is the first one on pit road, so here comes the pit strategy, Gavin. Is this the correct cycle, or is Hankins making an unscheduled stop? I believe this is the cycle.
So here's the deal. We just hit halfway in the race, so at the very least, you can make it now. I think what Hankins is seeing is this. He understands that he's the 4th of the championship drivers. He understands he has the biggest deficit of 8 points. He needs to do something at this point. He will not win the championship by finishing 4th here tonight. That will basically knock him out of contention. He's doing something different. He'll be the best one on tires when everyone else comes down pit road. He'll be able to gain a really big gap on the top 3. And what he's really praying for right now after that fact is a caution so he can come back down pit road, get the same set of tires as everyone else, and race it to the line.
Yeah, but he's going to need to stay on the lead lap, Gavin. As you see, the 96 is right next to the 72, and that puts Hankins a lap down. I imagine he is going to get that lap back, if not down turns 3 and 4 next lap. But, I mean, if a caution happens within the next lap or two, then this strategy from Hankins is just going to be devastating because he just lost all of his track position.
Yeah, here goes the 93. Whoa, right on the back bumper. Thought they were going to hit each other. But, yeah, like you were saying, if there's a caution now, the strategy completely blows up. I'll have to take the wave around. You know, it'll just be horrible for him. But this should be able to get by him pretty quick.
Thurston gave a kiss to the wall coming out of 4. Walker all over his back bumper. Eking low, eking high. High it will be for Aiden Walker as there's a 72 charging on the inside to get his lap back as the championship drivers are racing for the lead.
We were focusing on the championship battle. Chris Lilly came to pit road as well. So a couple guys in the top 5 trying to make this strategy work. I wonder if that's going to even force someone like Hyder. Remember, he and Lilly are teammates. So I wonder if that's going to force one of these championship 3 contenders to come down pit road.
Well, Walker ran that. I wanted to put this out. Walker ran that top lane, lost a lot of momentum at a bad exit. Now he's under attack here from the 24 car.
And look at the speed by that 72. He is already out of here. The deficit will be huge between Hankins and the rest of the championship drivers. It's going to be all about whether he can hold them off there for however remaining laps there will be after the top 3 pit. Hyder continuing to put tons of pressure here on Aiden Walker. And how about Chris Lilly? He's showing up here, guys. He's closing in on the top 3.
Yeah, well, remember, Chris Lilly came to pit road, so I believe he is going to get his lap back. He's currently in the 19th position, 1 lap down, but Lilly with the fresh tires. Look at this, and oh, careful, AJ. I don't know if that's the man you want to be blocking right now. And I'm just saying that because that's your team owner, but also because he has fresh tires. And look at Walker as well. He's just trying to catch the draft of the 96. And look at Chris Lilly makes a little bit of contact with this car in the 24.
Look at how quick he could just go by. He just wrapped around him instantly. That is insane. The difference between new and old tires is crazy. He got by them super quick. Walker still kind of under attack. He's in this weird spot, like you said earlier, of defense and attacking at the same time. He's playing both sides.
I do want to mention that Corbin Collins and Nicholas Budimlik continue to fight here for 4th place. And I saw a couple laps ago, Budimlik was dragging Collins down the racetrack, down the back straightaway, showing a bit of displeasure. These two have made a little bit of contact while we were watching the leaders. Continue to watch them during this run to see if anything wild happens.
Ball Heist getting all over the back bumper of that 17 right now. They both run about the same. Ball Ice is going to go way down low as McDonald kind of runs that middle line. Aiden Smith lurking in the background as well in case these two start to get naughty.
I kind of
Your mind better not.
No.
I'm about to say with how silently you went. About to say your mind better have not gone where I thought it went because I said naughty.
No. I was about to say, I really want this to go green the whole way. I want to see what strategy is going to work. Will this 72 and 53 call work out in their favor and get them up front in a possible race winning spot, or will it just completely blow up and be horrible if this goes green? Hopefully we stay green and long enough to see what'll be the case.
Yeah, well, the thing is that right now, what Hankins really needs is going to be that caution, preferably right now. Yeah, I mean, either right or maybe perhaps after everyone pits. A late race yellow would be perfect for this 72. Everyone would be on old tires. Everyone would have an incentive to pit. Because right now, no one else is pitting. It's just Lilly and Hankins. And again, Walker, I feel like Walker could definitely make it eke to the inside. But he doesn't want to go to the inside. He wants to go outside once again. Backs off on corner entry. Goes a lane higher here on Thurston. Continuing to ride all over the back bumper of James as they go down the back straightaway.
Well, I wonder if
Here's
that
my
bottom
question.
plate has been overused, overworn down, and it's not working as he goes to the inside now for the pass. Oh,
Let's see if he can make it work. I don't know. He looks really tight in the middle of the corner, but he kind of maintains with the 96 a little bit. I just wonder if that. Oh, hold on. We're hearing that Thurston is going to be pitting this lap.
Yeah, he's pitting.
I wonder if that's going to bring the 93 and the 24 in. And he said that all over the driver radio. So, I mean, the 93 and the 24, they can hear him too. So, I wonder if they hear that he's going to pit. They're wondering, well, should we follow him or are we going to try to run this a little longer?
Walker will stay behind him this back straightaway, obviously knowing he's coming to pit road. 24 coming down this time.
And
but Walker will
Hyder's
stay.
coming in too.
hot!
The Walker stays out.
Both of them came in real hot as they were coming to pit road, sliding to the line, but they both make it. And Walker will now be the last one standing. Fellows, if you're Walker, when do you pit?
I mean, you got to pit within the next lap or two because, I mean, we're going to see what is the gap going to look like for Hankins as well. I'm going to try to find Killer Hankins real quick. He is right now coming out of turn number 4, and I think he's going to clear Hyder and Thurston pretty easily. Now, as for your question for Walker, you got to pit now. You cannot lose as much of an advantage, and he's staying out again. I don't understand this. Like,
Maybe banking on a yellow, maybe banking on the tires coming to life. Hyder looking outside on Thurston. Thurston's got to shut the door as they come out of pit road, bumper to bumper. This is going to be good stuff here for the championship.
and it looks like they're going to stay on the lead lap too. Let's see how it looks going down the back straightaway. This would be even bigger for them as well, and a huge disadvantage for the 93. Yes, they do. They stay on the lead lap right in front of the 93. That is exactly what they needed.
Dang, that's really unfortunate for Walker there. I think he was hoping he could get him a lap down and catch a lucky caution, but I think, yeah, he's coming down this time.
Thurston
But,
hits
maybe
the
it's
wall.
not
Here
all
comes
blue
Hyder
blue.
inside, side drafting, door to door, down the front straightaway as they head towards turn 1. Hyder's taking advantage of this opportunity. He has had no chance to pass Thurston all day long. But Thurston's not going to give it up, going to use the slower traffic of Jason Gallagher as a pick to whip it around the outside. 3 wide coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, I'm going to say Hyder's not going to allow that to happen. 3 wide down to the bottom. At least Thurston's going to clear the lapped car. Going into turn number 3, he's going to shut the door off of the 24, cut down low, all the way down that bottom line. And what could have been disaster for the 96, losing the lead for realistically the first time today. Of course, you know, in terms of net value, he would be in the lead, but of course on track, you know what I mean with the strategy. But that is actually really good for the 96 to make sure that Hyder did not get by. Well, what happened?
He's going to lose a lot of time. Jesus, he just now got out of pit road and they're on the back straightaway.
But look at the gap right now between Hankins and Thurston and Hyder. Right now, Hankins is about 2/10 behind. Or excuse me, no. Right now, Hankins actually, wow, he's got a 12-second advantage between himself and Hyder and Thurston. Now, the difference in laps is probably, I'm guesstimating, around 5 to 6 laps on those tires. Is that enough for Hyder and Thurston to mount a charge on the 72 with 38 laps to go?
Oh yeah, they're going to catch him because he is running, last lap he ran 1.5 seconds slower than these two. So they will definitely catch him before this thing is over.
Yeah, we're hearing Corbin Collins. He slid into the box, so 71, not a great start to his pit cycle, and it was a great day for him so far. Might be in jeopardy.
Even with that, though, he got ahead of Budimlik, so Budimlik must have had an even worse mistake. Dimitri Mundros is still on the racetrack as Wayne A. Kennedy comes to pit road. Dimitri trying to catch a caution. However, he will now abandon the strategy and come down pit road. That will cycle out green flag pit stops to Keola Hankins leading the charge by about, yeah, you're right, about 15 seconds here. Or I'm sorry, not 15, more of a, how much is that? That's about 8, I don't know. We'll see when everyone comes around here.
Math.
A very big gap between himself and
Math.
the rest of the field. Chris Lilly in second, and then James Thurston pulling away again here from AJ Hyder. One of the few times this season where Thurston has had pace over Hyder, and why any other place than where he got his first win last season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you're
really
right.
good.
I was gonna say, yeah, Levi, you're right. I mean, it's going down now. It's only about an 8-second difference between between Hankins and Thurston. That 96 is coming. He's probably gonna catch him in the next few laps.
Yeah, he's really hoping for a caution here in the next few laps. I mean, he could hold on to the lead if he just, wrecks them, but he's not going to do that.
Strategy
Boo.
also working out for Jason Gallagher. He was one of the few guys that pitted right at halfway. He's right now sitting in 5th pretty handsomely here by about 4 seconds over Aiden Walker, who was on the complete other side of the spectrum, as he was one of the last guys to come down pit road. And look at the amount of time that he lost. Walker's probably thinking in his head, what did I do?
Yeah, he turned a 3-car battle to a 2-car battle. I mean, he is nowhere. Might have a little bit of a tire advantage, about a 2-lap advantage, and that could do something, but, I mean, I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I think the gap is too big for it to be enough, but I want to point out, Hankins, leading these laps, he's getting bonus point, or he's getting a bonus point for leading a lap in this race, so is it enough to keep him in the fight? No, not really, but maybe if he finishes good, it could be enough.
Yeah, the main benefit that he's going to have right now is that he's going to have such a buffer, maybe not on the top 3 or 4, but he is practically guaranteed to at least finish top 5 here tonight, which, considering he started 13th, is not something to squawk at all. But again, we all know what Hankins is hoping for. He is hoping for that late race yellow that's going to bring everyone back down pit road and basically reset it to default.
Hyder gaining a little bit of an advantage. Thurston got pretty wobbly coming out of turn number 4. Hyder, just no one's really been able to mount a charge on the 96. They've been close, but just not enough, and I'm not sure exactly more what they need. I think Thurston just been that good. He's allowing a little bit of time to be lost in corner entry, but then just sails it off on corner exit, and with that kind of strategy, I mean, I can't blame Thurston for doing what he's doing, because the only way he's basically saying is, if you're going to pass me, you better dive it off. You better clear me before we get out of the corner. Or you better hope I make a mistake.
They're about to get up to Chris Lilly here. They're going to pass him this lap. And Lilly is not too far behind Hankins. I'd imagine they get Hankins in the next 3 or so laps. They're right on him. Not a whole lot on track happening right now. It's gotten strung out, the strategies coming into play, but a very caution-free race. The last few weeks have had a pretty low caution count.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that finally we got rid of a lot of the crappy guys that we don't really want here, and now you're seeing some great green flag racing as Lilly gets passed. He'll fall back to 4th. Gallagher holding on to 5th. And I'm going to say something really quickly. There's something wrong with Aiden Walker, because he is continuing to be hounded by Aiden Smith, out of all people. Now, it's possible that he's trying to save tires real hard, but Aiden Smith has really perfected the pit strategy. We saw during that first run that he fell all the way back to nearly outside the top 10. Walker is not pulling away from these guys right now, and Aiden Smith's going to go for the dive down the inside on Aiden Smith, or Aiden Walker, I'm sorry. This is for 6th place.
It really looks like Walker, he's backing it off in corner entry, so maybe he is trying to save a little bit of tire, because you see he just shoots it off on corner exit, so maybe that's exactly what he's doing. He's just trying to save a little bit of tire going into these corners, but I mean, how much tire are you going to save, especially because you shouldn't be worried about Smith. You should be worried about getting back to your championship rivals, which at this point, he is over 10 seconds behind them.
Yeah, I don't understand the call to stay out long. I don't understand it. He didn't put him a lap down. It's very clearly not working. And in a night where we thought he needs to beat, or he has to beat the 24 car, and we feel like he needs to win, he's really not doing that. I mean, he was earlier in the race right up on that 96 car, but with this strategy, it's really just flopped for him. Just on the ground, face planted, back in 6th. Under attack for 7th. or from 7th place and not making up any ground at all.
Someone that is
he
making
finishes
ground,
here-
Thurston and Hyder, they are now within a second of Keola Hankins. They'll catch them at the end of this lap. And once they do that, it's going to be a classic showdown between rivals, between Thurston and Hyder for the final 30 laps.
Yeah, Hank is just, the strategy. It's like you said, Gavin, he needed a caution. He never got it. And right now, you can just see the time. Look at the corner. In the corner, Thurston gaining so much ground in the 72. He's going to clear and possibly by the start-finish line. Why is Connor Burke in the audience?
Quite, but he will definitely get him right here. He'll go to the outside, the 72. Not going to let him have this place, but he'll have no choice but to give him the space in a 1 and 2 because of the speed difference. Yep, bye-bye.
Thurston takes the lead. Hyder going outside, and no point in Hankins to the fence at this point. Now all you can do is just log laps and hold on to whatever position you can. Fortunately for the 72, if he keeps running the pace that he is right now, he might be able to salvage a top 5 finish off today, which all things considered wouldn't be too bad considering what Walker's going through right now as he sits in 6th place.
Connor Burke wants to do a medical center interview.
No.
No. Maybe
I
if
really
you were a
wanna-
good driver.
I want to watch this epic battle here right behind Aiden Walker.
Sorry, Connor.
As McDonald, Smith, and Corbin Collins all jostle for position.
He's also
Uh,
wrecked
hol-
a lot this season, so he probably has CTE by now.
That makes it even more why we should do an interview for him.
He's going to announce Cracker of today.
Oh, God.
But yeah, as Gavin was saying, this is a good battle back here. As the 71 dives it in on the inside, he's going to get shut off there. Look at Walker, man, holding this whole lineup. This is really not working out for
Yeah,
him.
something's wrong here with this 71. I don't know, or not 71, with the 93 right now. I don't know if this is just some weird strategies cooking up right now, but everyone is all over him, including Corbin Collins. He got around Aiden Smith now to the inside on both the 17 of Clinton McDonald and the 93 of Aiden Walker, the 2-in-1 special, as he's got to try to slide up, but he's going to have to get off the gas to give Aiden Walker some room.
It's going to allow Clint McDonald to get to the rear quarter panel as well. He's going to try to be side by side going into turn number 3. Not quite, but close enough. Heading into turn 3, Collins is going to sail it in. McDonald's going to tuck behind, and Walker just can't get the car rotated in the middle of the corner. That 93 looks really tight as we get into this later portion of the day. And the 93, it feels like
Hyder's going for the lead,
tight.
outside on Thurston.
He didn't get it, though. See if he can do it in a 3 and 4 with a good exit.
As they go down the back straightaway, Hyder had a look. I apologize, Armani, but the battle for the lead, the battle for the championship is just a wee bit more important. As they go single file through 3 and 4, Hyder trying to set up a pass, but it looks like he might just have to back down, cool down those tires just a little bit before making another charge as we come to 25 laps to go.
Yep, Thurston, he's going to snake him right now. It's the battle for first and second. Both of these guys are 1.3 seconds clear of Keola Hankins and Chris Lilly. Now make that 7.6 seconds. It looks like Hankins is coming on pit road.
Now, that was something that was on my mind. Sorry to interrupt Levi, but that was something that was on my mind. Can they make it on one stop? What's the gas tank looking like? So the 72 coming in tells me that you definitely need to 2-stop it, which tells me another thing. Is that why Aiden Walker is saving? Can these guys make it to the end?
Yeah, is he saving gas? That might actually be what he's doing. That's why he ran long.
That's interesting.
You know,
Or is it
longer of a stop and then save some gas?
Or is it because they pitted so much earlier than everyone else that they have to make a 2-stop, whereas because everyone else, they ran it a little bit longer, they could possibly make it on a 1-stop? Remember, they pitted, him and Lilly pitted like 5, 6, 7 laps before the rest of the field.
See, this is that point of the race where not a whole lot's happening, so we're pulling out our Steve Letarte bag and making it a fuel mileage race.
Hey, Levi, what are the trans looking
And
like?
yep, it is a fuel mileage race. Here come the top 2 down pit road.
Yeah, maybe that must be why Walker was saving. He had a longer stop last time, lost some time, saved some fuel. He'll have a shorter stop this time. Maybe
Oh
make
my
up
God.
a lot of time.
He dunked
Now
us
this
all.
actually, now this actually might be better for Hankins because he actually, now I think what Hankins was hoping for is the last run is he would bring the 96 and the 24 with him. Now that didn't happen. This time it happened. So I think the 72, he's still going to come out in front of him. Because he was only about a second to 2 seconds behind him before he came down pit road.
If he actually gets out in front of him, that'll be insane.
Well, we're about to find out here. Hankins down the front straight away.
Oh, he most definitely is.
And Hyder is out of pit road, but so is Thurston. He will not be ahead. I think the 96 and the 24 short pit here, big time. It looks like he will get around.
The 24.
Yeah, he'll get around AJ Hyder here and can move up to second. But look at James Thurston. Was this a two-tire call? Can somebody go back and check that for me really quickly?
Let me check.
I'll go back.
I'm looking back right now.
Yeah.
I think it was a two-tire
Yeah, it was
call.
It was a two-tire stop.
So let's go over what we got.
Dude.
James Thurston, 2 tires. Hankins with now the oldest tires of everyone in the top 3. Hyder with a 4 fresh set of tires and a full tank of gas. And then Aiden Walker trying to make it to the end without stopping. 4 championship drivers, 4 completely different strategies with 2 races to go in the championship.
But I don't know.
To beat the 24, but I don't agree with that 96 call. I just don't see why you would do that.
I don't see why you would do that either. I mean, you had the pace over the 24. You were holding it behind. You had the advantage. Why would you give him the advantage now? Unless you think left sides aren't that important.
I don't know. I think they are. I don't know. That's a bad call in my opinion.
I guess
we'll see what the gap is.
We'll find out in about 20 laps here as we come up about 20 to go. Corbin Collins now in the lead. Watch out for this pack right here. All these guys that have been around the 93 of Aiden Walker, these are the guys that pitted around the same time that he did. I don't know if anyone else has been saving the way that Aiden Walker has, but Corbin trying to make the distance along with Walker around with Aiden Smith.
Here's the thing. Hyder's kind of struggled to get by cars this run. If Walker runs out, and if they catch Thurston, he has to get by Hankins. So Hankins might be in the catbird seat.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, indeed.
This is what this championship will create.
Hankins trying to use a lap car as a pick. He's going to do that, put some distance between himself and the 24, but Hyder, he's all over the back bumper. That's 72.
Yeah, he's going to definitely pass him here in these next few laps. He's a lot faster.
I mean, Hyder's got it. I mean, Hyder has got it right now. I mean, look at that gap between himself and Thurston. Thurston, you know, I know you might be judgmental, but look at that gap. In 20 laps with the way these tires are wearing, especially with Keola Hankins, who now has an incentive to block Hyder as much as possible. And look at this. He's going to try it right there, but he's going to give it up. Hyder outside there on Keola Hankins. This is going to be outside of the top 10, but can matter a lot in the championship. Hyder gets around Hankins.
Well,
that's exactly.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to say it's exactly what Hyder needed to get by the 72 and fast. Now we're really going to see the difference between 2 and 4 tires. I just don't like this strategy because Hyder is catching Thurston. The gap is only about 3.5 seconds. I just don't understand the strategy.
I don't get it either. Like, he wasn't going to lose the lead. If he took 4, he would have came out right with him. Sure, he'd be right on him, but it would be a lot easier to hold him off on 4 new tires than holding him off on 2 tires. He gets in the wall there. And you know Hyder wants this win. It's the record-breaking win for the most wins in ASCA. It's good for the championship for him, and, you know, everything about it would be awesome tonight.
I want you guys to think about this. Aiden Walker came into tonight's race 3 points behind him. We talked about during the pre-race show that even, you know, if you win the race, if Hyder finished second, that really isn't nothing. Hyder's still going to have the championship going into Homestead. Look at the gap right now. Walker's second, Hyder 11th. Now, I don't know how many of these guys have the same strategy of that Walker has, which is trying to make it all the way to the end. But if they finish where they are right now, Walker is going to come out of here with the point lead with a really big gap going into Homestead.
Yeah, this would be crazy. We talked about it, how, we need to see something out of these championship contenders. Thurston really loose coming out of turn number 4. But yeah, we need to see something different out of these championship contenders. And we got 4 different strategies from all of them. So, they're literally throwing the book at it, whether it's on track or from strategy, trying to gain any advantage on Hyder.
Well, for James Thurston, I'll say it again. He did not gain an advantage over Hyder. He already had the advantage over Hyder. And now he's at the disadvantage over Hyder.
Yeah, it'd be different if this was like Dover, Texas, where it's it's a one groove track and you can kind of just block to your leisure. But this is Auto Club. He can run any line. If Thurston's going to go to the bottom, Hyder can say, "Oh, I'll just take the top," and vice versa. So again, there are certain tracks where you don't try to make 2 tires work. You either just just try to make the fuel work and hope and pray, or you take 4. There are certain tracks where you don't take 2, and Auto Club is one of them.
Yeah, the tire wear here is just extremely hard. It'd be like taking 2 tires at Darlington. Why would you do that?
Well, I'll tell you this much here. Corbin Collins coming up on 15 laps to go this time by. We've talked about Corbin since his Season 7 debut. One of those drivers that should have a win by now. But every time he's in contention, something goes against him. But right now, he is picking the right strategy, and look how slow everybody is here in this top 3. Everybody trying to save as much as possible to make it to the end. Everyone within the top 7 is committed to the strategy.
18 seconds between Corbin Collins and James Thurston. It's about the same between Walker and Thurston as well. So Thurston's got to make up over a second a lap. And again, this is assuming these guys can even make it on fuel. So Thurston definitely has his work cut out for him. But again, he's got a hard charging Hyder behind him.
Even if Walker does not win this race, but makes it on gas and the gap stays the same, it's still a good day for him points-wise to gain on the championship lead. Pull away some, but a win would be really great. It's not one since Portland.
Yeah, Aiden Smith and Connor Bolheis pit last time by, so we are starting to see people come down pit road, some people abandoning the strategy, not being able to make it to the end. Right now, the top 5, that being Collins, Walker, Moondros, Boonamlick, and Moses, all trying to make it to the end without stopping.
I think Walker's backing it down a little bit from the 71. He lost a little bit of ground and turned down the front straightaway. So I wonder if he's back into savings mode, trying to save as much as he can as we're coming up on 10 laps to go in this race. And Thurston and Hyder, they're still separated by about 3 seconds. So honestly, we talk about the 2-tire strategy may not work, but right now, that gap hasn't really changed in the last few laps.
It's not changed very much at all. There's not a whole lot happening right now other than with strategy. Not a whole lot of on-track battles.
We're going to be coming back here with about 10 laps to go this time by. Corbin continuing to lead. What a story it would be for Corbin Collins to win this race here tonight. Aiden Walker trying his best to stay with him. But again, you have to understand where these guys are at right now. They cannot afford to push even a little bit. I'm sure Aiden Walker is just begging to himself to go push it, go full throttle to try to fight for this win. But at this point, it might just be better to back it down and settle for a second. You'll get a couple points there on Thurston as we come up on 10 laps to go this time by.
Gained 2 laps on the 71 there. So, the battle for the win is still in question. It's just a matter. I think the 93 could get there. But like you said, Gavin, I don't think his focus is on the win right now. His focus is on gaining a huge advantage in the championship, which if things stay the same, that is exactly what he's going to get. And we're here in the 71 asking the 93, go away. And Walker's like, no. Let me have a moment.
Corbin's won his moment over here.
9 laps to go. This time by, Aiden Smith gets around, gets a lap back. Right now, top 10 is Collins, Walker, Moondress, Boodham, like Moses, like said before. Those guys are looking to make it to the end without stopping. Then it's Thurston over Hyder, over Hankins, the rest of the championship 4, all trying to pick up the pieces, hoping that the top 5 pits down pit road so they can get a few extra bonus points. Rounding out the top 10 is Chris Lilly and Clinton McDonald.
That was Lilly only 10th. He was with Walker the entire time.
Well, no, he was with Hankins the entire time.
Oh, yeah, Hankins. My bad.
Oh, Hankins.
Wrong championship 4 driver. I mean, yeah, Walker, he's
Play the
just...
quiet game.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the gap right now, and actually, Thurston lost a little bit of ground that time, and now there's a gap between him and Ethan between himself and Hyder. Ethan Moses is now in between them.
Yeah, well, they're finally starting to catch these guys that are towards the end of the line here. So Moses, even with the strategy, will get passed by Thurston. And again, he's just trying to make it to the end at this point. So he is really locking it down here, just running as low to the ground as possible, trying to get around this racetrack, trying to make it to the end. Hyder coming up next. Then it will be Hankins, Lilly, and McDonald. For Thurston, about 6 seconds up the road, is Nicholas Budimlik. Whether he'll be able to catch him in time, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, something happened with Collins. I think the 93 is all over the back bumper of the 71 right now. He might get the win and the championship lead. Something up wrong with the 71.
So good news.
Yeah,
that's
Game
Troxel.
Troxel.
Oh, okay. They both have similar paint schemes.
No, they don't.
Yes,
No.
they do. They're black and red.
No, it's a Ford and a Chevy. What?
I'm looking at the chopper angle.
We need to get this guy drug tested post race.
That's even more different.
How is that more different? You can't
What's
tell
got
the
a yellow
manufacturer for
number?
the chopper.
Because one has a yellow number, the other one's red.
No, no. I thought that the 71 was Abe Troxel, not Walker.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, 2 tenths now between Collins and Walker. You might have been wrong about the driver passing him, but you're not wrong about the fact that he is charging now, trying to get this win, taking it away from Corbin.
He's got to decide. We got 5 laps to go, guys. I just realized time is running out. I think this strategy might work.
Yeah, oh man. I wish I could get an update on what their fuel situation's looking like. We're just gonna have to wait it out.
Oh my God. And
Going
Thurston
through
and
1 and
Hyder,
2.
they're not gaining an advantage anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what happens at this point. They don't have enough time to catch unless the yellow comes out. Walker is trying to do everything he can. This must be crazy behind the wheel of that 93, trying to make sure you make it to the end while also trying to go for the win. That managing a fuel is so difficult as we're coming up on 4 laps to go. This time by Corbin Collins and Aiden Walker are going to race it for the win.
I bet you if you were Walker right now, you're just hoping, like, do I have enough to make a push? Please tell me I have enough to make a push. I mean, I'm sure he'll take...
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm sure he'll gladly take the championship lead, but having a win here, second win of the season, would be cherry on the top for this strategy.
I can't believe we were hating on this strategy at the start of it. We were like, this is horrible, and look at him now. In second place. As long as he doesn't run out of gas, he's guaranteed to finish first or second.
And think about that point gap. That would be huge. Again, came into tonight 3 points behind. Well, he would get 3 points out of that from Hyder. So, and if he gets a win, that's an extra point on top of that too. So as we're coming up on 3 laps to go, this could be, when we talk about Homestead next week, this could be the championship move that decided it all. It's between Aiden Walker and Corbin Collins as they go through 1 and 2.
Is that 3 points without the bonus point? Because he let a lap.
If he had a bonus point, that would help too. But I think, did Hyder not lead a lap as well?
I don't
think
think
so.
so. I don't think
If
so.
he didn't, that'd be huge, actually. As we're coming down to 2 laps to go. Lap car, Nico Savidio is in the way. That's going to stop Walker from making a charge on the outside this time by. But he's going to be right in the way of Corbin Collins. This is going to be Walker's chance as we're coming on 2 laps to go this time by.
All over the back bumper of the 71. The 71's going to try to block the 93. Both of them go high. Walker cuts back down low. So does the 71. He goes all the way down to the bottom as Walker, he's going to back it up on entry. He's going to gas it up on exit, try to get a run on the back straightaway. This is the battle for the win and possibly the battle for the championship lead.
Yep, halfway down the back straightaway, he took that weird entry there. He looked like he was going to go low, cut it off, went back high. Now into 3 and 4, he'll look higher again. He's done that a couple times tonight, trying to get the run up off the corner. He'll cut back down as they come off of turn 4. Corbin Collins will come to the stripe to take the white flag with pressure from Aiden Walker behind.
And it's going to be bumper to bumper down the front straightaway. Walker can see what could be the championship lead right in front of him as they go towards 1.
Corbin Collins looking to what he can see as his first career ASCA Cup Series victory. He wants this with all of his might. He continues to lead the 93 out of turn 2.
The greatest exit from the 93, now half a lap to go. I think the 71's got it closed up unless Walker can make a final dive down into 3 and 4.
Into the final corner, Aiden Walker trying to make it work. Corbin Collins trying to put the heartbreak to rest. Out of turn 4, he's out of fuel. Corbin Collins is out of fuel, and Aiden Walker, the championship lead is yours. Second win of the season for Aiden Walker. Made the gas last, and what an incredible move from Aiden Walker.
Oh my goodness, right there in turn 4. Right there.
That is heartbreaking.
And man, what is going through the mind of Corbin Collins? Another win that should have been his, taken away at quite literally the last second. And the worst thing at all, booty liquor is going to comfort you. You've got to be kidding me.
Why did you have to say that?
Wow.
Of all the things to say.
And I think Walker, if Walker is trying to make any gas last so he can do a burnout, he's coasting it around turns 3 and 4. And this, guys, we were talking about, we were shocked. We had no idea what he was doing. We thought he was stupid. I mean, we were like, hey, you lost like 3 seconds. It ended up working out. That was the championship move right there. He will be your championship leader after today.
Yeah, because he got those bonus points. The 24 car didn't. He'll pull it to the grass, Greg Biffle style.
Yeah, I don't think he has gas. He doesn't have gas. He can't do anything, and that's going to call it right there. Aiden Walker is your winner here at Auto Club. This is the type of stuff that the ASCA playoffs create. Aiden Walker will have the championship lead going into Homestead. No one saw this coming. The rest of your championship results are coming on screen right about now. And take a look at this. Aiden Walker, your winner, with Corbin Collins in a heartbreaker in second. Dimitri Mundros brings it back for third with Nicholas Budimlik in fourth. Then it's James Thurston, AJ Hyder, and Hankins. Hands in their face, wondering how did we let Aiden get away with this one? And now Aiden will have the advantage going into Homestead. Chris Lilly brings home a great strategy by Jason Gallagher at the end to bring it home ninth, and Clinton McDonald rounding out the top 10. Moving on to the rest of the field now, it'll be Ethan Moses, Connor Ballheis, Aiden Smith, Abe Troxell, Nico Servideo, Daniel Bonning, Jacob Mitchell, Owen Chabinski, Wayne A. Kennedy, and Matt Bartles. And rounding out the rest of the field, Jason Samito, Connor Berkey, Gabe Cazola, and Diego Roldan to even start the race. I don't know why he's here, but he's here anyway after an exciting 100 laps of action here from California. And with that, fellas, this isn't the starting lineup here. 1 second, 1 moment. There it is. It's Santa's Workshop time, everybody, for our post-race coverage. And that was one of the, gosh, what an incredible strategy. Let's bring in our winner. Aiden Walker, you are the championship leader going into Homestead with one of the most craziest strategies I've ever seen. Walk us through your whole mindset.
Well, okay, when I saw Thurston and Hyder pit, I was like, wait, why did they pit? Because, I mean, I've done this before in in R9 America where I have saved 5 laps of fuel, and funny enough, it was also against Thurston in that one. So yeah, this one I just knew with how the tires wear off and things that once it's like 20 laps in or 10, 20 laps in, which was around when they were about to pit with how many laps to go and things. I know like around that like 10, 15 lap range, that's where the tires start to just like kind of stop falling off as much. So when they pitted around there, I knew, okay, now they can't really just try going into the pits, gas and go and head out, which I mean, will have worked anyways. So yeah, going into that final stop there, I just knew try just extending it out as long as possible and then save as much fuel as possible too. So once it was like the final 5 laps, I was kind of thinking Corbin had enough, but then coming off 4 on the white, he started sputtering. I nearly rear-ended him, which would have been a disaster, but barely missed him. I think I clipped the wall too, and got by him and got the win.
And let's talk about the championship implications. You are going to, and we were talking to you last time in that the first race at not the New Hampshire, but you get the idea. We talked about you last week about your chances of winning, and you said that you had to, outrun Hyder and you had to outrun Thurston. Well, you did something a lot better. You outsmarted them, and now you have a couple points of an advantage going into Homestead. So now, with the championship lead, with momentum going into, quite frankly, a similar track, all things considered, to today's race here at Auto Club at Homestead, how are you feeling about your chances of winning the championship in your rookie year?
I feel pretty confident. Homestead's a bit of track, but specifically the Xfinity car. Most of the other cars I've been kind of in at Homestead, but the Xfinity cars, for some reason, been something that's fit me before. And I think I can take some knowledge I brought from, both these final races, I'm pretty much bringing knowledge from past races and completely other leagues or series and things, so I've got a bit of knowledge from that a different league at Homestead that I know I can outpace Thurston. I don't know about Hyder, but as long as I run within the top 3, I think it'll be a pretty good chance for me to win the championship as long as I don't have a person rear-end me in the S's, which there isn't S's at Homestead, so I think I should be fine.
Aiden Walker, your winner at Auto Club. One of the most amazing stories that I've seen in ASCA in a long time. And now we have to go to the other side of the coin. Corbin Cullens. And I need all of you out of here. No. I need every... No. Chris, you get out. John, you get out. Both of you. Corbin, this isn't the first time we've had this conversation, but about you having the winning car, you having the winning strategy, and just tell me how you're feeling right now. Mere feet from victory.
It's just a lot of pain. That's all I feel is pain. I don't know. I thought for sure, I did not think Walker would be able to save enough. And I knew I was cutting it close, but I was hoping just falling off would save enough gas. And then I realized at the end that I was going to be a little bit short. So I started clutching it, saving. And when I went down the backstretch with 0.3, I was like, yeah, I'm cooked. And I was.
Corbin, I want to ask you, just for everybody watching right now, do you think a win's coming soon?
I don't know. It's just going to take me to have a good race, clean race, and stop making stupid mistakes. I screwed myself on the first pit stop sliding through the box. So that, you just think about if I'd had that extra time, how that could have played a factor, but I don't know. A lot of mistakes.
Corbin going second place after that one. And, really can't say much else about that. But we've seen it before. Corbin, we'll see him again up front for sure. It's not going to be the last time we'll see him. And, Dimitri, you have had a really rough last few weeks. And it wasn't looking too hot today. You were near the back of the pack at the beginning of the race and towards that first run. Tell me about that pit strategy that eventually worked out in your favor, because you were the last one on that first stop to come down pit road and ended up working out for you. How was your fuel situation at the end?
Yeah, first of all, I got to apologize to the 27. I didn't mean to get into him earlier in the race, but that was just dumb on my part. But anyway, I thought I was in the spot to win. I really did not think Aiden was going to be able to make it. I want to say he pit 3 laps earlier than me. So I don't know how he was able to save that much and still go as quick as Corbin, because he even pitted a lap before him, I'm pretty sure. So, but yeah, good job to him. I think I went a little bit wrong on the first run when I oversaved. Looking back at it, I should have tried to stay with those other two and then pit maybe on 1 lap earlier, because I still ended up, I didn't save at all the last run and I was still good by half a lap. So in hindsight, I definitely could have pitted a lap earlier and still made it. So, but yeah, anyway, Aiden did a great job.
And Dimitri, I don't know if we're going to be talking to you next week. We'll see. Maybe we'll see you back in the top 3 in the finale. But when it comes to next season, this was very much an improvement in every way, shape, or form compared to your first season. What's the plans going into season 9 when it comes to any championship pursuits?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of a stretch. I'm just going to try to keep getting better, but Hyder and Thurston and Walker, those guys are really good. I still got a long way to go.
Dimitri Mundros in 3rd place today. And finally, let's round it up with the rest of our championship 4, who, frankly, they all got duped by Aiden Walker. Let's start off with the fastest guy out of the championship 4. James, even with the fastest car, it didn't end up working out. How are you feeling after this race?
I don't know, a little bit annoyed, but I can't be too mad. I probably should have been doing what he was doing. I know how to do what he did a lot better than he did. And the reason I didn't do it is because it's stupid and unrealistic. He just turns the car off and saves a shit ton of fuel. I've won races that way, and I'd rather just go fast and learn how to be better, which I'm going to go on a more positive note here now. I am very happy with the speed I showed tonight. After last week, it made me upset with how slow I was, so decided to go out here and put some good pace down. We led the most laps, probably deserved to win that. I guess we should have been turning the car off in the corners and pushing the clutch in. We'll see if that comes back into play at Homestead, and suppose we'll go see Walker beat me there as he said he would. So we'll see if that holds true. And yeah, this I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be too salty here. It's really AJ's championship. He should have this thing. It's kind of dumb racing against him. He should have it locked up. But it's fun to participate in this game anyway. And we'll see if we can finesse our way through to the top of the leaderboard after Homestead. Track I love it. I love very dearly.
That's James Thurston, everyone. He wants to be on the top of the leaderboard after Homestead. He's going to have a tall order. He's going to have to hope both Walker and Hyder have some trouble, or he translates that speed from Auto Club over to here and no pit strategy shenanigans take place. Let's talk to AJ, who, AJ, you were not the fastest car today. Frankly, you might have not even been the second fastest car today in the championship 4. What was going on out there?
Yeah, we really were. This is really one of the first times this season that I couldn't really figure it out on a long run. Well, pretty much we were all 3 of us were pretty even pace wise from beginning to end. It was just being on the right strategy, and yeah, I'm going to be kicking myself if we win 10 races and we can't win the championship. I don't know. It's going to be really annoying, but we got 1 race left. We're kind of in a hole now. It's going to be like 5 or 6 points between me and Walker, and I can guarantee you, this is my guarantee and my promise, I will make it as difficult as humanly possible for all of these guys.
Yeah,
I'm not going out without a fight. We're not going out that way.
Let's go.
Well, that's good to hear, Hyder, because you have quite the challenge here. You have to hold off Thurston, who gained a point on you, and you're going to have to try to get around Walker, and hopefully Walker needs to have some trouble, too. You basically need to go out and win this race. You think you can do it?
Anything's possible. We just need the right amount of guys to show up, and if it becomes a shit show at the end, I just hope I'm the one standing on top.
And that's AJ Hyder. Everybody needs to stand on top at the end. Remember, there has never been a single ASCA Cup Series champion. They've always won 2. And Hyder's trying to join Logan Sully, Chris Lilly, and Diego Roldan on that pedestal. And let's talk to Kayla Hankins. Hankins, you had the complete opposite strategy to Aiden Walker, pitting real early. What was the plan on trying to get yourself back in the championship fight with the strategy?
Yeah, I knew I had to do something different. When I saw we pitted on lap 24, I just did some quick calculations and figured, well, I wasn't sure how much we'd be able to save, but when I saw the other three just race as hard as they could, I was like, well, they aren't going to be able to save enough, so I'm not. I'm going to try to keep up with them. And I knew two-stop was the strat, or I thought two-stop was the strat. I was surprised that nobody tried to pit in after me. So I thought I had this thing won, honestly, when I pitted on 48-49, because I just basically split it evenly. But I don't know, Thurston and Hyder were just quick enough to catch back up to me before my second pit stop. And I mean, just props to Aiden, Corbin, Dimitri, Nicholas. All of them were able to pull off that strategy. And man, I'm just jealous.
And finally, again, you are the fourth of the championship four again. How are we feeling going into Homestead? What's the plan to try, maybe, possibly, get this championship done?
First off, qualify better. I know I qualified outside the top 12 in both of these Final Four races, but I don't think having a poor qualifying really affected my position this race. And we'll see if AJ Hyder makes it really difficult on the other two. We may have something in the books.
And that is your championship four after 100 laps of action, boys. We really couldn't have asked for a more exciting, eventful, and shocking penultimate race of the championship. What are our final thoughts here?
Can't believe we're actually going to get a championship
We
fight.
are going to have a real
Would you like to
championship
play?
fight into Homestead. Thank you, Chris Lilly, for making it to where all of AJ's progress disappeared.
Would you like the points?
Yeah,
Let's
we
go
love
here. Let's take a
Would you
look
like
at the
the points?
points. Yes, I'd like
So
the
we've
points.
got Aiden Walker with a 4-point advantage over James Thurston, a 5-point advantage over AJ Hyder, and a 14-point advantage over Co.
Hyder's not even second. That is crazy.
Well, Gonna go down to it.
He didn't lead up. That's why.
Remember,
Right,
if
bonus
AJ
point
were
there.
if no matter what happens, if AJ led the most laps, actually, it's really going to be whoever wins this race. It's going to come down to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you guys better be here next week when we settle the finale. 3 drivers realistically still in championship contention. That being James Thurston, AJ Hyder, and point leader Aiden Walker. This is going to be one to watch from flag to flag. We'll see you guys next week for the finale of ASCA Season 8. We'll see you guys then.
Say my goodbyes.
Yeah,
Come
everyone say
on.
goodbye. Everyone say goodbye. Come on, everybody. Everyone say goodbye.
I won't be here next week, and hopefully I'll be back next season in the booth because Chris Ilya will let me in because he's a great guy.
That
It was
means
a fun
that
season,
means we need to find someone to replace Levi.
Yeah.
No.